I will give you two examples from last weekend. And I was staying with my father, and he was, I heard when he was in the bathroom and having a shower, he was turning the water off while he was using the shampoo. Then I heard him brush his teeth, and then I could hear he was again turning the water off, and then again. I was thinking like, okay, I turn the water off when I brush my teeth, but still not when I shower. 2 days later, I was staying with my son. And when we left his apartment, he was screaming at me. And he was saying, turn off the light. And I was feeling like, very few times that I liked that my son screamed at me. But in this case, I liked it. Because he was doing the right thing. And he was also believing that I can change. And I know I can change. So in Skanska, sustainability has always been very high on the agenda. And for me, as being Swedish, water, electricity has always been commodities that are unlimited. But are they really? No. I will share with you a film.
Water. All life on our planet depends on it. Out of all the water resources on Earth, only 1% is easily accessible. It must suffice for drinking, domestic use, agriculture, as well as industry serving more than 7 billion people. Did you know that in some countries a big percentage of drinking water is actually imported? In the Netherlands or Belgium, it's up to 80%. In Europe, we often think that water problems happen on other continents. However, the summer of 2015 convinced us of the opposite. Central Europe was hit by devastating drought, and we experienced the effects of insufficient water supplies. Yet water is constantly wasted. Just look at ordinary households. Most drinking water flows through showers, washing the dishes, and flushing. Let's use the example of the inhabitants of the Czech Republic's capital city, Prague, who flush down around 33,000 cubic meters of drinking water a day. This amount corresponds to a volume of 9 50-meter-long swimming pools. Isn't that a lot of potable water to flush down the toilet? Luckily, there are simple solutions that help protect drinking water. One of them is the System for Management of Recycled, so-called grey water, where water from bathrooms is treated and reused, for example, for flushing toilets. In the Czech Republic, such a unique solution has been implemented in the residential building Botanica K, built by Skanska. Through the use of grey water, it is expected that the residents of the building will save up to 6,000 liters of drinking water a day. Every single drop of water counts, and at Skanska, we know it. Join us in our efforts to save the environment.
So this is building for the future society. There was another inspiring thing about having a dream. Martin Luther King, he said he had a dream, and if he would have said, I had a nightmare, probably nothing would have happened. And I think that is what happened to me in the 80s and 90s. Everything about climate was about catastrophes, about terrible things happen, and I don't think I wanted to hear. But then, quite soon after I joined Skanska, there was a person who was saying, I have a dream. I have a dream that we can do energy-efficient buildings. A building, actually, that produces as much energy as it uses. So 0. We can do much more. We can use grey water. We can do lots of things. We can get to 0 effect on the environment. And I got really inspired. And we presented a tool. I was saying, how can I use it? And we had a tool, a color palette. So we graded on this color palette. Vanilla was what is legally required. Green is we are ahead. And deep green is this is where we reach the next level. This is where we have the 0. 6 years later, we have our first deep green office. This is in Sweden, and this is Skanska offices. But here we have achieved this, and I feel terribly proud of it. The thing is, have we met the dream now? We always need to have dreams. And with sustainability, standing still is never an option. Last week, or actually on Monday, I was participating in a global meeting with our top talents, future generation in Skanska. 30 young, very talented people. They had one thing in common. They were choosing us. They had lots of opportunities. They could choose other companies. And one of their top 3 choices was to choose an organization that cared about sustainability. Now again, I feel like I'm the lost generation. Did I ever put sustainability on top 3? No, I didn't. I put profitability probably. Success. I want to work for a successful company. But, today, this is the same. I don't think you can be successful if you are not caring for the environment. So this goes hand in hand today. One of these persons were also working on a specific thing, and that is about the climate. What happens if we have a hurricane, if we have a flooding? This is very relevant here in Czech Republic and in Prague. We are preparing us for the future. What is there and how can we prepare ourselves? Well, the next step for us is to talk about health and well-being of people. How can we create an environment that is healthy and well-being? It was also shown by our first speaker here today. And this is again, we are already committing to do LEED certified buildings. All our buildings are certified. We all have greenery on all our office projects all over. So this is already a commitment that we are doing. But now we need to take it one more step, and we need to look at the well-being. So this is where we are now. This is our new headquarters in Prague. We talked about Czech Republic. How fast can you move from 0 to 100, and arranged in the conference. In Prague, we had the first LEED certified building 5 years ago, and now almost every building is certified. This building is among the best we have in Skanska. So I'm really proud of this, being here in Prague. But this we designed 3 years ago. We are doing future-proof offices. We need to do even more for the next times. But if we look at what does people, or in general, look for now? I mean, bike racks, electric cars. These are things that are very high on the agenda of employees. I just read an article that all offices should within a few years have chargers for electrical cars. And this is about not being vanilla, not doing it when it's according to legislation. It's to do it before. So this is again about walk the talk. So this was very different, but I see the difference. It comes for me as an individual to care about the climate. It comes to me as a corporate to do it. And it comes to us as a country to do it. All three needs to work together.